Hi everyone, it's Rachel with Rachel's Super Cute Creations, and I am here today to show you how to make this little journaling card, or it could be used on a page for a pocket or a tuck spot. And so today we're going to use some recycled materials. And so all I'm using are just some magazine pieces, a piece of scrap coffee dye paper, and I'm going to put some cardstock on the back. So what I decided to do is I'm making a boho journal, and I just thought this would be absolutely gorgeous in there. Just pulled out a magazine, and I started to just look through, and I'm just going to kind of show you my process here. I just grabbed a magazine, and I just started looking for colors. I didn't want words, I just wanted colors. So I just started flipping through. You can see here, in fact, I'm going to pull some more of this. So I don't want the words, I'm just ripping those off, but I do want this texture piece right here. So I'm just flipping through quickly, just looking for colors that I think, or textures. Even a piece like this skirt right here, this little piece could be used. You could use this blue piece right here. So let's try that. Let's pull a piece of that off. Nothing fancy. You know, if I wanted some blue, I could take some blue out of here, and so on. So I'm just grabbing some pieces, quickly flipping through. Here's some yellow. If I needed yellow, I could pull this little corner piece out. If I wanted some green with texture, I could do that. So let's pull this little section out. Okay, and let's get started, because I have a bunch here in my little dish. So all I did then was just started tearing. I didn't use my scissors at all. I just tore quickly, trying to keep the words off of the piece. So this way I went like this. I'm going to try to do more of a patchwork look this time. So we're going to just play with it and see how it turns out. I love these little green pieces, so all right. So I thought this collage look would be good for a boho journal, since gypsies often, you know, had bits and pieces of things. So, all right. I really want to use this piece. And I'm just layering, I'm just collaging with this magazine. You could use just about anything. If you wanted to use scrapbook paper, you could use scrapbook paper. If you wanted to use a combination of scrapbook paper and magazine pages, you could. You don't have to sew this. I chose to sew this. See, here's a piece of clothing. And I think I want to include this because I like that texture. So I'm just going to take that piece. I'm going to tuck that under there. All right, so I need a little more color. So I'm just digging in my bin. Oh, this purple would be pretty. Some of this purple behind here. Excuse me. And we need something in here. So let's see. Nope, that's too dark. I think I'm going to use a piece of this map that I have in here. This would be fun to add. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to just start building. You could use a glue stick. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. You could use just about anything. So I'm just kind of putting some on here. Fabri-Tac sticks very quickly, so you have to work quick with this. So remember that you want to layer so that you can get the texture. I'm just kind of moving and lifting as I go, trying to figure out where I want that. I really like my raw edges showing, so I'm trying to keep those raw edges out and about so you can see them. So just going to go like this, and we're going to kind of go over here. And I am going to sew. If you weren't going to sew, you might want to be a little more careful about how you're placing these. You know what? I'm going to go this way with that. And I'm going to definitely have to put some glue behind there. All right. I'm just going to peel that off. Okay. All right. So we're going to just keep building. I don't want those words on there, so I'm going to go this way with this. And we're just piecing this together. We're just making a paper collage. If you wanted to add fabric, you could definitely add fabric along with this. I think that would be kind of pretty too. I'm going to add this piece right here. Oh, I think I want to add it down here. Yeah, I'm going to put that orange down there. I'm kind of looking for colors that are similar or close to each other on the color wheel so that they blend, but you also get a pop of color. And so I think we'll put that piece there, and we will be ready to take it to the sewing machine. Take that little piece off right there. Almost ready. I'm going to add one more little piece over here. I'm going to add this beautiful water. I just think that'll be pretty right there. All right. The only thing I don't like about Fabri-Tac is it is kind of sticky and it's very stringy. All right. So I went ahead and I put all that down. Now I'm going to take it over to my sewing machine and I'm just going to do some stitching. So I apologize, it's going to be a little noisy for a minute, but before I do that, I am going to go ahead and just kind of trim this up around the edges so I know where my edges are. All right. There we go. Okay, and I'll be right back with you. I'm just going to do 2 more little spots and then we'll get started here. Okay, so now we have this piece right here, and so I'm going to go ahead and trim my threads. The thread looks very thick on top because I'm actually using a thick thread on top and a regular thread on bottom. And I did that because I kind of like that thicker, messier look. I don't know if you can tell on there. So normally your threads would not look that thick on top. I specifically am using a thread. It is, I'll tell you what it is in case you're interested in trying that. It's a T3 thread, so it's made for like jeans and that kind of stuff. So just another way that you can do that. So the next thing I did, now if you were going to use this as a pocket and you don't mind this back, that's fine. You can leave it just like that. But because I'm not sure if I want to use it as a journaling card or not, I am now gluing it onto some heavyweight cardstock. And I want to get my edges real good. And I'm just going to put that on there, and we're going to trim around it. Then I'm going to sew quickly around my edges, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to just put a little embellishment on it. So this is a great way to use up scraps. You don't need a lot of supplies. It is a little messy because of course you're collaging, but you don't need a lot of stuff to do this. And so that's what I like about this project. I just decided today I had this bowl of scraps, and I said, all right, it's time to start using some of these scraps. So just 1 minute, we're going to go around this. Okay, so that is it. We now have this beautiful piece. I'm going to add this word, love, and I'm going to just put all these little, so I keep this other little bin on my desk. It has just scrap fabric pieces in it. Little tiny pieces that I can use for stuff like this. So I think I'm going to try to use this little piece right here because I want it to be on some fabric. So I'm going to go ahead. This was just a little word I had in my scrap bin, inked up the edges, says love. Thought it would definitely go well with a boho theme. We're going to go ahead and just get my fabric on there, pulling a few of my threads so I get a little more texture. I'm going to decide where I want it. I'm going to take that off. Actually going to put a little more on there like that. Okay. And now, sorry about that. This fabric has a bit of a, I don't know what you call it. It's like a wrinkle in it, and trying to flatten it out a little bit better. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a pretty good amount of the Fabri-Tac on the back. Decide where I want it. I think right here. And there we go. Now I have another little journaling card or a little pocket, and it was all made out of scraps. So here's the two that I made. I hope you like them. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, please. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to Rachel's Super Cute Creations. And check out my Square Up store that will be linked below. We are getting ready to add some more things to my store. So I hope you like this tutorial. Have a great day.